Hey, hey, and welcome to this new live stream where I'm going to have hopefully a 1 hour of open source. So basically, what I'm going to do today is I have two things in my mind. One of them is going to check. Let me show my screen. Check the end-to-end testing that we were doing in the AI extension. And for this testing, for those who doesn't know, I'm contributing to the open source AI and browser extension, which is like an extension that you add to your browser and it helps you to have some extra features for checking your code, reviewing your code, or even adding some extra, let's say, cool stuff to GitHub when you are using it. And this is like more related for open source contributors. And this is one of the projects that's open sourced companies working on it. And open source is a company that enable you to find great contributors in open source and enable you to have a great journey in open source. So let's get back. I'm going to the extension here. And for this, for context, what we have done here, we worked on that on Monday, like let's say 5 days ago with Nick Tyler on his live stream, and then I worked on that on live stream, and we are trying to find the solution for having this extension to work on the browser extension. And on Monday with Nick Tyler, when we started, we just were able to understand the playwright library and how that works. Then we get into a point where we could click on the login for the extension and open the other stuff related to that. And after that, what we did was I got stuck on it and tried to check other solutions, but like it was suggested to go to Selenium, and then I explained where I got stuck, which is something related to the storage and in the extensions. Then we had Jabber who came and helped with sharing some of his findings related to that. And I did an extra research after do checking what Jabber suggested, and I went through the playwright setting up an authentication information here. Then I got stuck after doing that and explained the stuff that um, Jabber mentioned and did. And after that, Jabber just opened um, a pull request explaining his findings. So basically, where I got stuck was that the browser extension wasn't getting the information from the cookies that we are having in the setup for the authentication. And this is due that we are using the playwright fixtures, and when we use these fixtures, it just like override the basic information or basic stuff that's being used. And to solve that, wait, I had yeah, so here they have this. Yeah, and for that, Jabber just suggested to go and get. Wait. And yeah, so Jabber suggested to go and get that cookies and open a PR where I did some minor review for that PR. And then what we could do right now is going to the code. Let me run the code to test that PR. So basically, I should be on that code right now. By the way, hey to everyone who joined today. I'm going to end-to-end testing with Chrome extensions. and we are going to check BR from close others, and let's close this one. So here I am in the Jabber branch, which is the beta branch, and here we could have the information that, but like what I need to do is get dot environment and get the dot environment variables from username dot env. So here we should have something is path dot end to end. Let's add a new file and we call it username dot env, and let's move this one here. So what I'm going to do is just run the code that he used with the information that we have. And after getting this, let's say process GitHub password. And here we need to have the GitHub password. And just give me a second. I need to go and grab my password. And get that here. I think that's it. So what I'm going to do right now is, I hope, yeah. So here we have the process environment GitHub password. I'm running that server and going to run the playwright server. So for basically what we are doing right now is just checking. Let's why didn't I do that? So okay, let's check the code that we are having here. So basically what the Jabber do is added this git end to end auth as git ignore and then move that pop up and pop up fixture to something called tests. We have that here, and he add the setup for the pop up here, which is, where is it? Yeah, here is get cookies test, which is like the setup that we are having. And in this setup, we are just looking into GitHub, adding the information that we are having them, and we are adding this cookies to this, setting them, and then in the pop-up fixture, what he did was to inject the cookies immediately through that add context add cookies, and we didn't do anything else here. It was the same code. The other thing that he did was just like enable this pop-up test, and did he do anything here? And he just changed this directory and changed this stuff here, added the setup information. So that's it. And let's go and test that. What I did as an extra right now, by the way, was let me go to setup. I did just add a dot environment for getting the password. Inside tests, what I did here, I wanted to check two things. So one of them is, by the way, I just like did some kind of coding before the stream for around 30 minutes. And for this was I followed the same stuff, but I checked if I have a link instead of having anything else and wanted to check the highlights feed and then open a new page for the pop-up. Yeah, this is where GitHub Copilot helped me. And I wrote some code related to opening a new page, checking if that extension code were injected in that pages and to see if this works or not. And did I do anything else? I don't think so. So here I think we could just like move forward, auth setup, add this username, get cookies. Yeah, so here it is. And the cookies, by the way, are just like being set and downloaded here in this location. So let's go and run the code that we are having. Where is it? Yeah, so Playwright, I think it opened. Here we have the tests. Here we have the pop-up code. And I think the setup, I ran that before. So I think I have that um, JSON auth file for that setup, so I don't need that running that again. But we will need to enable that for the we need to enable that for um, what we call it, for the CI/CD. And here, while we are waiting, it just gets timeout. Let's run that again. I think it was just like the extension wasn't ready. Hmm. Yeah. So I think, yeah, I think it was. Was it it? Let me see. So I think it could be that when we needed to write that, click on login. Let's pick this here on login button. So I think I removed that, but like um, was it by using this? Nah. Okay. So get viral and click. So here it is. I think it was just like I'm not sure why I expected. Yeah, I expected that to be working without clicking on the login button, but it seems that we need to click on that. So here we are having this, and we waited for a while without getting this to be visible. So let's put um let's wait for 5 minutes, for 5 seconds, not minutes, and see if anything would appear for us. Here we go again. The extension is working, and it clicked on the button name login, but yeah, but we are waiting for this page. So I think why it worked like two, like, so doing this is cool. Okay, so let's explain what I'm doing here. I'm going to the extension, clicking on login, waiting that page to run, and then we should see the stuff here. But for some reasons, this page needs more than 5 seconds, so let's make it 10 seconds. Yeah, I think, wait, it could be because of the internet connection and not being able to collect to connect to that stuff. And yeah, here it is. Waiting for 10 seconds worked for that. So here, as we can see, that waiting for a while made this page to be visible, and having this the other page for the test. And right now we are testing the last page for the extension, and it worked few minutes ago, but like right now it's not working. And here we should expect this to have, I think it's timeout. Yeah, target closed. So let's run this dev again. So here we are waiting. Yeah, I think we don't need this one. And let's add 10 seconds again to it, or this here. So here we are going to the extension, waiting for 5 seconds, checking if highlight is visible or not. Then opening a new page. In this page, we are going to I should wait it the new page for 10 seconds instead of the page. And then we are waiting for this for 10 seconds to check if we have the PR add to highlight button, which is right now we are waiting here. And I would expect to have that mm, button here. And it didn't work. Let's see what happened. So let's go with this. So for this, it detected that highlight. We opened a new page, waited for 10 seconds, and it closed. Let me run that again. Yeah, I think this is cool, but we don't see this. Okay, what happened for this? I'm just running the extension again. And then we are going to run this test again. And while we are waiting for that, I just had to open another tab to check a message. So here we are logged in. We had this highlight, that's cool. And I should wait for the extension to inject a code here, which worked like, hmm, that's interesting. Because like even this page, which we see, let me see. Yeah, so we see a page here, and when I tested this login view, um, so when I tested this login like this stuff few hours ago, which was I think 2 hours ago exactly, 4 hours ago, it worked, but right now it's not working. And that's the fun part of programming. Okay, right now I'm not sure what's the issue here directly because let's see. And I'm not sure how to debug that. Here we have the highlight, we get that. Should I run the setup again? Um, but the setup code just, let me see, it just get that stuff for GitHub. So yeah, running this again is meaningless. And here we went for this page, waited for a while to load it, and then by itself it loaded. After that, we opened a page. Could we refresh a page after? Yeah, so I wait for this is. Would this be related? I'm not sure. Let me run that again. And the extension closed. Here we go. And we are running this again. Let's see. Why it did work? I'm pretty sure that I didn't change the code when it worked and when it didn't work, but cannot read the background. This was, yeah, okay, so we are waiting this file to start. Let's close this again and waiting for this start. Okay, here it is. Here we go. It's logged in. We have that highlight information. We are waiting. Which one? This. Okay, so it will not get this one. So let's make sure we don't have it. I do we have could we debug this? I'm not sure, but let's run that again. While we are running it again, let's just check playwright debug. Oh, we have something called debugging tests. That's cool. And they explain that in Visual Studio Code. We recommend using Visual Studio Code extension for debugging for a better development experience with VS Code extension. So what they are explaining here, okay, we get they have playwright extension and open recommended. Okay, that's cool. We could try this in a few minutes if we get stuck again. Yeah, so we get stuck. That's fine. Here we have that. Okay. That's pretty cool. Because let me find that. Just give me a second. I tested that in, like, as I mentioned, 4 hours ago, and hmm, let me go with this here. I'm just trying to find the image that I tested that. Okay, I didn't take a screenshot. That's cool. So I didn't have the screenshot. So what happened? Like, let's see. So the only change that I did was here we have the setup. We are getting the cookies. So I was expecting to open this page and find the extension information that we have, which worked, as I mentioned, few just Let's run it a few hours ago. Let's go with this test. We are waiting for timeout. And here we have the highlights, which is awesome. Then we waited for the page, and would it be another like it could be another let me see what happened here. Wait for timeout, and this page it is. Let me wait for 20 seconds. It could be an issue for waiting the page to load or something like that, but I am not sure. And here we don't have that again. I'm not sure why I do have to run this server again. Let's wait for a few seconds, and here we have that running. You could run this. Here we got the extension, and we got the stuff that we are having. And here we went to this page, and we are waiting for stuff to load. Yeah, so I think we should get that browser extension somewhere here. It failed. Why? 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 So then I am pretty sure that um let's try to wait for what? For selector called reviewers, and wait for this. Await new page. Get by text. Not a click. Let's just wait for that, and we remove this. We make this as 10 seconds again, and run that again here. Okay, the extension closed. Let's run that. I'm not sure why I have to run this again and again, and I'm not feeling to test that right now because we have a web server called npm run dev, and this should um run the stuff before doing the test. Why do we have this here? Let's go with this. Here we are waiting for the extension again. And we should see that code here somewhere. Okay. Okay. So I need to debug that somewhere somehow. But to go, and the other thing that I want to check was if I had a new test like this, would that text have the extension information as well? Like this one, page.new page, let's say just page. We could get the pages. Anyway, so what I would like to see if I could, will we have that here? Test GitHub page, and we don't have that. So I will run this. I will close this again here, and then I will go with that. Okay, I don't need this. Not sure. Yeah, I think when I clicked some stuff here, it happened. So here we have this, and it should um. Let me see. What does it do? I would expect to see that extension here somewhere, but I'm not sure about that. Here we have the page. Go to. We are waiting. Yeah, so we are waiting for this to load. And here we are. We didn't load anything with this here. Yeah, wait, here we have it. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So here, this is one of stuff that I wanted to test, and it failed, but like, it failed, but it's correct. That's interesting to have it failed, but it's correct. Wait for locator, selector add to PR highlight, and we have this add to PR highlight here. Hmm. Wait for selector. Let's just pick it up again. And what did this be? So here is the locator add to PR highlights button, and I should expect that button to be visible. So let's have this expectation, and we add it here. Await expect locator page.locator, I think, to be visible. Okay, and here we have that, we have this, so we could, yeah, we changed that, and this should be new page dash. And here we have that. If this worked, I think this would be the thing that I was trying to do, and this would be awesome. So this would be, I would call it as a day then, because like I did what I was expecting to have. And yeah, okay, that's cool. That's cool. The test worked and everything was working, so that's awesome. I think I could call this as an end of the experimentation with the end of experimentation of that adding test and authentication of this. So let's just try it what we did here. That's cool. Okay, so I did play around the tests and try to check if we could find that the injected code in the browser with tests that we have for that reason. So I'm just trying to explain what I did. I wrote an extra text test block JavaScript. It's TypeScript, but yeah. So here, let's go and get add that. We need to fix it. Just give me a second. So here, page, 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 page. Close this one here. Close that. Test, 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 test. Okay. Here we could see if this, just for checking if nothing is broken, I will just close that and run it again. And here we go. Here we have the test GitHub page. We are running that test again. We are waiting for the page to go to that page, waiting for a few seconds. At the beginning, it just did this. And here we got the locator. Expect field. Why? Because I think this gets closed. No. Then waiting for locator add to PR highlight button. We have that locator here, but okay, that's interesting. So we have the locator here, which is in this page, but we didn't have it in the other page. Let's try that again. And the extension closed. So yeah, we should run that again. We have the locator and it is visible. Wait, why it's not visible? Let me write this back again. So here we have new page as page. Let me see the code for this. New page as page, okay. I was almost happy that I finished, but okay, it didn't work. Just give me a second. So I need to run the dev server again. Wait for this. Why it didn't work? Wait, it worked. Okay, so it didn't work when I had. Okay, that's interesting. So when I had this as page, it worked. But when. I'm not sure why, but let's go here. And I could remove this here. I'm not sure why, but when I used the next code, it didn't work. And what code that didn't make it to work was this one here. TypeScript here, and then so it worked for this one, when I use the next code. Okay, so this one didn't work. So right now what I'm doing is just, let me see here. So yeah, here is the test images, and I did play around the test and tried to check if we could inject the code browser test filters. And here I could just like say run the tests after applying the mm, requested changes in the 929 PR, because I think, yeah, so, and here I should run with the test. Okay, so here we go. I think I could write this comment here. So why this didn't, okay, just give me a second. Din. Okay, so I need an extra one. Okay, so here I think I could just show this one here, and when I did that code with page, okay, so I could run this code again to just make sure that we have, no, why it's showing the old code. I will run that again, just give me a second. So here I would just run the code that I am having, which is, I would expect to get the latest code that I had. Sometimes it just get um stuck at some point. I'm not sure why. So restore pages. No, thank you. So here we have page. Go to, and we are waiting for the 10 seconds right now. I should have added that Chrome extension, not Chrome, VS Code extension to debug the test, but I'm not sure why I didn't do that. Wait, here we have that again. Even though we have that, it failed. Funny. That's cool. Okay. Let's just, it failed even though we have that. So let me just add this as, wait, but it's showing the old, ah, that's why it's showing the old code, because I didn't save this page. Okay, that makes sense. Right now I saved it and I have the new code. So let's run that code. Okay, here we should wait for the page to open. And the page opened, we see the stuff. We are waiting for the 10 seconds right now. And then we should, here we have the 10 seconds. We are waiting for locator, and reviews were there. But did we? We find that, and we expected it to be visible, but it showed a failed. That's weird. Let's go here again. Click on this. Page timeout. We should expect this to be visible. Yeah, so it should be visible, but it didn't work. I will just like document this part. And then I think, okay, I think, huh, so it felt like it just double, do one last test, because I think the dev environment just get broken and we didn't run that extension. And while we are waiting for this, just let me see. It file is ready, so we could see what's going on. So we have the reviewers, we have the assign after reviewers, and we should wait for us. This just gets closed again. That's interesting. I need to solve that issue somehow. What it is? Resource or is busy. And here we have this. So it's there, but it's just showing me an error. Let's just document this, and I would let's add this here, and this is here. Screenshot, screenshot. Not sure why it's showing the failure, which is funny, by the way. Here we have, okay, here it's success, and here it's failed, but it's visible there. Um, Here we could go. I think I could call this. Yeah, one extra thing I think I could mention is here, because I saw this before. I think I did try that somewhere. Um, just here. What I wanted to do is, so here we are just like using add cookies, but we could use that. But like right now, since this is working, I will not. Hmm. Oh, okay. So Nick just mentioned something here. Before going set up to run this end-to-end test against, wait. So thanks everyone for looking into this. Before we go further, we need a test database set up to run this end-to-end test against. We don't want to be adding test data to the production database. Example, adding test highlights. Adding test highlights. Okay, we are not there yet. Okay. And here I have discussion going on internally for a moment for the prepository end-to-end test set up with the same thing. Okay. I think we could just get to that setup ready first, then check the test, then check the highlights. Right now, we are not there yet. Um, I think information, because right now we are not adding any highlights. We're just checking the highlights and checking if they are there or not. Hmm. Any um, I need that. Not I need that. Anything that adds highlights yet. Yes, so. Um, okay, what I want to do is go here, get that file changes. It's just like added to the issue. I should test that again later somehow, but not right now. So I think I could just keep this, call it as a day. Um, worth to check. The link for the cookies is this one, which get the cookies injected. Is it that? Yeah, so here, let's go for storage. We are getting the test as that, and we are providing our own cookies. Yeah, I think I checked that before. Uh, which adds the cookies directly to the fixture. Dun, dun, dun. So for this, let's see. I think I could call it a day for the tests. We got like, we almost. Hmm. So we have the setup, and we are getting that setup, and we are checking if the highlights, like the pop up, is showing what we want, which is something cool. But like we are not logging in from that, so I think we could have discussion later about this later. Discussion about this later, and we are checking if the page, like if the code is injected to the page and it's working. Yes, so I think the only thing that's missing is having wrapping up all of that code into one thing that could solve, like could have a great issue in, yeah, structure for the test. And the other thing that we could do is, there was another thing that we could do, which is related to, let me get back to here. I forget that. Okay. Um, yeah, the other thing we could do is to use this login to log in from the Chrome extension instead of logging into GitHub in the setup. So the setup should log in. I think the setup should log in from the Chrome extension itself. What we are doing the setup here is going to um, get cookies. Yeah, so the setup right now, what we have is going to the page directly and doing that stuff. But I think, why we had test as set up and we didn't use that. Okay, anyway, so we could have that here and we get the cookies, and then through the Chrome extension itself. So we could have that, like checking the login button on the Chrome extension, because it might be broken at some point, and this is like the main page stuff that we have. But at least we get to a level where we could run the Chrome extension right now. So here we could go directly. And here we have the debugging test for Visual Studio Code, and it's showing us how to use this debugger. But um, I think I could do that. And we have an inspector, and we have a debug mode. Okay, there is cool stuff related to the debugger. I think I could check that at some point later. What I would like to do right now is going to the app, check the app issues, and I think we have the limit selector issue that we figured out 2 or 3 days before. And for let me just close the stuff in Visual Studio Code. So this is closed. This is closed. Okay, so we don't have anything here. So what we have here as an issue is click on showing temper page, Python dashboard filter. Yeah, reports, we don't need that. So okay, so here we click on this temper page, and when you click on that, as you can see here and here, so you could see that this scroll is being deleted and then it's being showed. I'm not sure what is doing. Wait. Uh, why we have? Wait, do I have anything else? So I need to go to inspect. Do we have the same issue here? No. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go to not responsive. Let's go to Nest Hub. Yeah, so here I think we have that. So no, it's not showing it here anywhere. Let me do this one as large. Okay, so here we have that bar and we are getting it and closing it. Do we have anything in the console? Violation change handler? Forced ref wait, let's just and we need to close that. Force reflow while if why do we have that here? A form field element should have an ID or name. Cookies sent, cookies sent. Um so this is related to adding to something related to hiding this navbar here, not navbar, scroll bar here, and when you click on this one, we are hiding that navigation bar for some reason. Let's see. Expanded through data state closed. If we click on through open, I'm not sure why, but we have this here. Let me see. Scroll bar is hidden when open selector. It's not what I'm looking for, but let me see. Yeah, here it's not what I want. So the issue here is basically the scroll bar is not showing when you click on this one, and this is happening because of something I don't know. Let's just yeah, so just give me a second. So I will check this in here we have froze, closed, and we have something added somewhere. Okay, so we have something added here as a span. What? Okay. And we have something changed in the head as well. What did we change in the head? So we did this. Didn't we change anything in the head? No, it's not showing anything. So I think when we open that, we are adding some extra information, which is kind of interesting. And it would, so we are adding the pointer, and we are adding this data area hidden, but the issue is that when I click to anywhere else, it just doesn't allow me to click on that. It could be something related to let's see, computed, no. It could be something related to that vertical. Let me see if we have pointer event none. Pointer event none. No, so it's just like adding something weird. Pointer event. It was none, right? It's not that. Overflow hidden. I think it's adding an overflow hidden. But we don't, wait. So it should be adding an overflow hidden somewhere. Because the overflow hidden does show the same behavior. Area hidden true, area hidden true. What is that? Okay, so we are adding text CSS. What does this CSS do? Copy element. Could we? No, I couldn't copy it. So it's adding this test at the end, which is called text CSS. And what we have it? We have inside it something called with the scroll. Let me see if we have that in the code. I am going to open a new project. So here, open pop-up, open folder, and I need to go to insights. Should be with scroll. It could be something added with this. With scroll, yeah, so that's adding an overflow hidden. So it's called with the scroll bars hidden. Bars hidden. Okay, style with scroll bars hidden. Let's see, with scroll bars hidden, or we don't have that there. So what we could do is go and find that select here, which is, let's say, pair page. Yeah. So here we have this limit select, and I go to the limit select, and we could see what we have here. Flow X hidden. Could this be the issue that we are having? Overflow. Do we have anything else related to overflow? No. And we need to run this. But I need to change that everywhere. Let's just give it a second. Or I need to find this hub. Yeah, we'll change that everywhere. It won't be much. So this, it's not rated that. And this is not rated. Yeah, so this is rated. Overflow hidden. Not sure if this is directly rated or not, but I could. So this is not related. Okay, so right now I need to go to localhost and wait for this page to load. Hmm. And while we are waiting for this page to load, let's go to that related page, which is Python dashboard filter top 100 repos. Yeah, so that's it. And we should wait this a little bit to run. Um, I should have changed the branch, but I think this could be okay right now, just like we could wait a little bit for this one while we are waiting. Um, then I could just this. I just the issue is happening due overflow hidden being added to the page. I am not sure how that is being added right now, but you could check, you could notice it when you open the element, the inspector with the hmm, open the inspector and click on the select that you have. This will let you notice the changes in the inspector. And here we should wait this for a few minutes. Okay, here we have that. We have, okay, so we have this with that issue. So Python top 100 dashboard here. Let me see. Okay, so this is still adding that. Um, so we are still having that issue here, even when I remove that overflow hidden stuff. And let me see. This is happening due. Okay, just make this sure it's clear for them. So I could just have here and here this one. No, let's have a smaller. Okay, so this one here, and here I could copy that. I could go here. Here is the extra code that is being added when you go when you open the selector. So here I just like, so I had you just ask me if I checked that. I didn't. I just checked that right now, so I could tell them where this is happening, and I could give a hand to help with this. But the only issue that I'm having is I'm not being able to. How does or what's adding that style? It could be. So it's something that's written inside it with the scroll bars, and there is something else. But here, when you go and write bars, we don't see any code added for that or with scroll bars. Here we could check overflow y, overflow a. Okay, so this is not related. Where is that code? Here, limit select. And here we don't have anything related to scroll bars, overflow. What would happen if I disabled all the CLX that's been added? Could it be related to them? So I think this is like an issue with classes or yeah, so this will break here. I hope that will not break. Wait. Here. Okay, we have okay, so it's broke here as well. So let's just have that. And here where we are getting the class name from. Okay, so it's just where do we have this limit select? Port limit select. Set them out. So where am I? I'm in dashboard. Okay. I'm just trying to get back to. So I think, yeah, so just pointing out that I think I should try to find that somehow, because this is could be a little bit tricky to find, and it's hard. And here we are, Python. Need that. Hmm. So it could be just like some code that has been injected, and we don't need that when you open the select. Overflow hidden, and this is related to no overflow x hidden. So we just have that in most active xy in most active contributors card, and this is the repositories. So that's not related to what we are having. Let's go. Okay. So let me find that. This match, guys. Yeah. So here it is. Why we don't have it here? Yeah. Let's change the title now. Change logo. I'm going to close all this stuff and going to repositories. Yeah. So here we have that. And here we should have our select. Mm, pair. Okay. So here is our limit selector that we are having, and this is inside table footer. Should be header. Okay, so we have that, and we have this. And this has the same issue. Why? Wait, I removed something from here. Let's restore that. And I think this will be hidden right now. So we could focus on this one on the top. So we should find another one here. This is in footer. Yeah, that's hidden. But 10 per page. But since there, wait, just noticed that since even this, when it's not hidden, and when you click on that, it just remove this scroll bar here. So this could be an issue with the limit select folder itself, because like, yeah, so this both select gives the same um okay. So radix open light cursor pointer text item center. So it's related to this. I think something here is doing that. You have React arrows, and we are importing stuff from this atom here. And here we have overflow hidden twice, overflow x nothing. So let me just try to replace that with nothing, and do we have anything else related to overflow here? No. Limit select. Read here. No. Okay, so that's not the main issue. And Redux item, Redux late, page width minimum, width max. No. I'm not sure if there's anything here that I don't see that might cause that issue, but I think pointing that out could be helpful. So max width full outline Redux highlight. Note. Huh. It could be something related to that code here somewhere. So just mention that copy relative path. I think this is related to this component here. I could call it a day. And thank you everyone who joined today. And hopefully we'll see you in another stream tomorrow. And enjoy your time and have a great night or day, whatever it is. Thank you again for joining. Bye bye.